What's up, Brandon? I think we are live, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
So how you doing, man?
Doing great, sir. Yourself?
I am doing awesome. Super, super grateful for you doing this with me. Everyone, this is Brandon Stevens, my business partner, my mentor. The guy's just extremely successful. One of the main reasons is because of all the success stories he's created with others. So I asked him just to hop on with me, show basically how this is different from what most people have seen and basically how he can single-handedly change people's lives if they let him. So Brandon, without further ado, what you got for me?
I appreciate you, Leighton, and thanks for taking time out of your day to check out this quick video. I know that we're running around in our busy lifestyles and everything else, but what I'm about to share with you next is the most impactful thing I've ever seen that gives the average person the opportunity to live above an average lifestyle, but more importantly, to have a purpose in life to help other people. And that's the great thing about this business, being a diamond in the company and part of the advisory council. I've been able to make decisions on the behalf of the company to help grow marketplaces, maybe in your area and throughout the country as well. And it's really cool. So I want to show you a simple method that we put together that's literally expanding across the globe in a very quickly matter. Like we just had one of our fastest black diamonds that popped today, actually, in 6 months of being with us. And that's a position that pays $120,000 a month. That's mind blowing, right? We had another lady that actually just hit a position in 2 months that pays $45,000 a month. Now, I don't want you to base your success off theirs because you got to measure your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 12, but you got to start somewhere. So this is not a get rich fast scheme. This is a get rich slow scheme. That's better than never getting rich at all, in my personal opinion. So hold on tight. This is going to be the shortest presentation you've ever seen, but the most impactful presentation. And so I want to screen share and show you exactly why Leighton and myself were so excited about bringing this to the marketplace in your area. So let me screen share and then we'll dive right into it. So
Awesome.
you're probably wondering, what is this Q Science thing? Well, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of Q Sciences before? You probably will say no. And the reason why is we have no market penetration or saturation in your marketplace. And that's why we're so excited when somebody's never heard of something. It's intriguing. They want to learn more. But if I name a company you've heard of before, you already have an opinion or experience towards that company. So it's about being with the right company at the right time. This company was founded back in 2012, and the corporate headquarters is actually in Utah. And the reason why I wanted to participate in the movement that they were creating is because the cutting edge technology in the global health and wellness sector. So I wanted to ask you an important question. What did you have to eat today? You know what I mean? I really want you to think about that. And if you had to think more than 2 seconds, you probably didn't get the proper nutrition that you need to operate at full capacity. And even if you did think you ate somewhat healthy, you probably still didn't, because I even saw an article not too long ago that you have to eat like 8 apples comparison to 1 apple from 50 years ago. The genetic modified foods and processed foods are only increasing. It's crazy. I mean, how often do you eat your greens? Like we're always about convenience or just eating fillers that taste good on a daily basis. But I'm not here to pitch you a diet, okay? That's not sexy. What is sexy, though, is me telling you that you don't have to change your lifestyle. I'm showing you a way where you can implement something to help you live a healthier lifestyle, but still with your bad habits. How cool is that? And that's what's really cool about what the movement we're creating. We've been able to quadruple our company in 2020 in the last 3 years because of this method and system that we put together. So this is a ground floor level opportunity. It's always better to get started at the beginning of something than it is at the end of something. So let's talk about some of the owners and people that are the movers and shakers of this company. The CEO and founder is Mr. Mark Wilson, two-time Super Bowl champion winning quarterback with the Oakland Raiders, played 10 years in the NFL. We're not going to hold that against him if you're not an Oakland Raiders fan, okay, guys? But big in real estate, just good people. And when you partner with good people, good things tend to happen. The Chief Science Officer, Mr. Dr. Stephen Kimberly, is the one that helps oversee some of the formulation in science and to make sure we're ahead of the curve of everything else. We're always innovating things and making sure that we're staying on the edge of technology with the health and wellness industry itself. He's an amazing individual. And then one of my good friends, Mr. Jake Spencer. People join people, not companies. And that's the reason why I joined this company, participate in the movement that they were creating to be part of something bigger than myself. Is Mr. Jake Spencer. I've known him for over 8+ years. I know his intentions. I know what he wants to accomplish. I know that he always puts others before himself. And That's the type of people I want to partner up with. It seems like every time I partner up with people that just talk about their estate or their cars or their mansions or their helicopters and all kinds of other crazy stuff, they're not in it for the right reasons and it never works out. And that's what I loved about Mr. Jake Spencer. He's just good people. And so let's talk about the timing in our business. We did a relaunch. That's when Mr. Jake Spencer actually came on to Q Science as the president of the company to really start working out the kinks and changing the comp plan and making adjustments that really help explode Q Sciences. And that's when he actually gave me a call. I actually partnered up with Q Sciences back in 2018, back in February. And this is when the movement started to be created. We had over 700% growth since that time frame of getting started in the business. We're in 18 plus countries, and I truly believe we'll be in 30 before the end of the year because of the international expansion that will happen. So it's a ground floor level opportunity that's happening. But let's talk about some of the portfolio and the products that we have at hand. We have anywhere from full spectrum hemp, from oils to creams to roll-ons to the twists where you can actually put in water drinks. We have nutritional supplementation that go in depth with the lack of nutrition that you're getting from a daily consumption of food. We have weight loss, we have energy products, oral sprays, you name it, a combination of a little bit of everything. But let's really dive in on some of the key products that I think that are key to an element of living a healthy lifestyle. I love the Q Core. Why? Because I think mental health is very overlooked in our society, in my personal opinion. And so the Q Core holds three major products. That's actually, I call this the trio. The Q Max Premium, 36 different vitamins, minerals, amino acids. Helps out with so many things and has multiple clinical studies actually done on the product itself. It's amazing what this does. I call it the brain hack pill. Like, if you ever had a conversation where like you were put on the spot and then you said something like, oh my gosh, why did I say that? And then you go home and you reenact that conversation. Have you had that before, Leighton?
Absolutely.
And you reenact the conversation. I feel like when I take the QMX Premium, that I'm on top of my game. I feel like I'm more organized. I'm more polished. My communication skills. I feel like I can accomplish anything. Like, it really is a great product line. And I think the reason why is because I'm not getting the nutrition I need to consume on a daily consumption of food that I'm getting from my food sources. So this is help filling that gap that I'm not getting from my other food content that I'm eating. Really great products. Cure Line helps with inflammation, recovery, blood flow. Amazing products. I love this product because inflammation, they're saying nowadays, is one of the main causes of cancer, and it's helping with inflammation. Your probiotics helps with gut health. Amazing product line. I love the convenience of that though, because it comes in a little pouch and you can actually have an AM and a PM and you just take it on the go with you. So it's very convenient. But let's talk about weight loss real quick. This is really cool. Like, I know weight loss is a fad sometimes, but weight loss products can help you out tremendously with fitness too, as well with meal replacements. We have our chocolate and vanilla. We have our Q Trim, which are appetite to help you lose weight. We have the Q Boost, which is an appetite control. You have your Q Sport that helps you with natural energy. That's vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, no added sugar, 0 calories. And then Excel, of course, for recovery when you actually put on your muscles and things like that, or if you're hurting in certain areas. Amazing product line. Let's talk about oral sprays real quick. I truly believe sublingual sprays is one of the most lucrative ways to get something in your bloodstream outside of IV direct into the vein itself. And I love this because most people that need nutrition can't even afford nutrition. $17 for a month supply. It's so crazy. We have like our vitamin D for D3 deficiencies, B12 for energy, QC Plus that helps build your immune system, Q Sleep with melatonin to put you in that deep REM sleep, Q Boost that helps with your appetite, Q Relief for like headaches and pain, things like that. It's really cool to see that, and how our B vitamin is actually methylated too as well. And like, so it absorbs quicker into your body. I love them because a lot of my kids don't literally like taking pills. So I can literally just spray and go. I love it. So cool. But this is one of the main products that really got my attention, is the full spectrum hemp. It's TH free. So you don't have to worry about failing a drug test or anything like that. If you have a tough time sleeping at night, or if you have pets that have joint pains and ligaments, you can give it to your pets, or roll-ons and creams infused for yourself, or you can put it on topically or orally in the mouth. Oh, the thing is, I truly believe this is like a magic in the bottle itself. And it's so cool to see how it absorbs in our body, and it's water soluble, and our body's over 80% water. And so I love how you can test the other CBD products where they're oil based. And if you do a comparison of 2 bottles of water and you put our CBD actually in it, you'll see it liquidate through the water and absorb because our body is made out of water. And then you see the oils that put on the other one and it'll just float on top. Your body's not absorbing any of it. So we have special technology that we put together to absorb more effectively in the body itself and getting way better results. And we took the terpene levels up and everything else. We feel like you're on a cloud and you're like just calm and relaxed. Amazing products. I love it. But let's talk about capitalizing on market trends. In growing markets, I truly believe hemp will be a multi-billion-dollar industry. And the second ground floor level opportunities is on the ground. Like hemp oil itself has already increased over 400% throughout the world. And it's going to surpass over 20 billion by 2024. Like, I'm not telling you that you got to be involved in it, but you'd be smart if you did. Like, what if you didn't go back and participate in the Tesla boom in the stock market or Walmart or Apple? Think about where your portfolio will be if you do it. That's what I really call what Q Science is we're about to be in that phase, that boom marketplace. Literally coming into Q, we were a 9 million annually based company. Now we shot up over 50 million in sales last year alone. I'm just like, that is just unheard of just to hear because we're in that massive growth stage and we have people that are just winning because all the kinks is already worked out. Like the groundwork has already been set. The system is already in place. Like now you just put yourself in a Ferrari and it's about to take off. You know what I mean? We just finished putting the parts together. So it's exciting about being part of something like this. So how can you get involved with this is the most important thing. Let's say you want to be a customer. You don't even want to do the ambassador. That's the great thing about this business. I just share it with people and let people make a decision if they want to do the business or they want to be a customer or neither want to refer people to me. But let's say you want to get my pricing. We do have a fee of $10 to get our pricing. And then you literally get our pricing. You don't have to pay extra retail costs or anything like that. It's almost like an Amazon Prime special where you don't have to pay extra. It's really cool. But let's say you want to do the business. It's $40 to join this business. Yes, I said that, $40. That's it. I thought that was a joke, but it really wasn't a joke. It's crazy to hear that. Like my traditional businesses that I have and own cost way more than that. And then you at least need to purchase at least 100 PV worth of products so you can actually be qualified to start getting paid immediately. And you get wholesale pricing right off the bat too as well. And there's other perks that come along with being ambassador too as well. Let's start off with tax benefits. Everything that you spend getting started is 100% write-off. Cell phone, internet, TV, mileage you put on your vehicle, all that, eating out, all now a tax write-off. You go to the store and buy nutrition or buy anything like that, you can't write that off because it's not a business expense. Now that you're rerouting it through here, it's 100% a business expense and Q deals with all the headaches for you. Overhead, inventory, payroll issues, headaches, logistics, the whole 9 yards. That's what I loved about this is they're simplifying things for us to capitalize on market trends. Instead of paying advertising companies and campaigns millions of dollars for advertising, they're putting it back in our hands to actually get paid to build distribution centers globally throughout the world. So how do we get paid and how can we capitalize on this? Because right now, one of the #1 search engines online is how to make money from home. So how we get paid by customer sales that we actually get people to order from our website that we create that Q Science develops for us. We get team commission by showing people the opportunity that want to do the business. We get one-time rate bonuses. So every time we tier up, we get a one-time bonus. And then we have a financial freedom movement program that's really cool. When you hit a certain rank in the company and it's here, you actually fill out a form and that goes to whatever you want it to go to. Your mortgage, your car payment, credit card bills, life insurance policy, whatever you want it to go to. You know, I think it's really cool. Like these companies that have car programs, lifestyle bonus, like, look what I got. You can have one too. That's not, I don't want to attract people for that. Let's be honest. Let's attract people for the right reasons. And let's act broke and stack cash instead of putting us in a depreciating asset where we're trying to keep up with the Joneses and we're just getting in more debt. It don't make any sense to me. Like I want to help you put you in a better situation than you were when you actually got started in the first place. That's what I love about what we're doing. So let's recap them 4 ways we get paid. We get paid up to 35% of any of the customers we acquire. So if you're looking at box #1 in the top left-hand corner, that's how we get paid. So if I do 101 to 500 customer volume, I get paid 15%. If I do 501 to 1,000, I'm getting 25% off that customer. If I do 1,001 or higher, I'm getting 30%. Over 2,000 plus, I'm going to get 35% plus an extra $50 on my FFM program to whatever I want it to go to. That's the first way we get paid. Now, the second way we get paid is by building distribution centers globally throughout the world. This is where I got excited. Why? Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all the multimillionaires and billionaires are doing it. I've never seen one person get wealthy by themselves or make a decent amount of money. Everybody that has a job, you have a boss that actually gets paid off your efforts. That's why they pay you an hourly wage. If they're not making a profit off your work ethic, what you're doing, you won't have a job. See, my mentor always shared with me, Brandon, if you have a job or a business that entitles you being there, you're in trouble, because when something happens to you, what happens to your income? It's gone. So I wanted to figure out a way to get paid for something I did 6 months ago, something I did 12 months ago. And I'd rather get paid 1% off 100 people's efforts instead of 100% of my own efforts. It's called leverage. It's the wealth principle. Of course, they're going to make more money off their consumers, but I make a small percentage by helping them. That's what I love about this. Serving to many leads to greatness. The more you give is the more you get. What comes around goes around. That's what I loved about this is I have a business that operates with me or without me. I'm not just an overpaid employee or having to trade time in for money all the time. Because as you know, like time goes by fast and money comes and goes, and something you never get back is what? Time. And we figure out a way, a system where I can get paid for my efforts 6 months ago, 12 months ago. I'm not saying this is the best model, but this is a better model. I've never seen something more lucrative than this with a low cost, with big return instead of big risk with little return. The third way we get paid is one-time bonuses. So as you hit that tier, you actually going to get paid that bonus. It's one time now, not residually like the other ones. This is a one-time bonus. And the fourth way we get paid is our FFM program. So it's really neat. But let's cater back to box number 2 real quick. If I do 300 in volume sales, I'll make a $50 residual check with a one-time bonus of $100. Now let's break this down to the simplest method possible. Let's do worst scenarios here. Let's say everybody just orders 100 PV. Some people do 200, 300, 400, 500. Let's just say 100 PV. I would need 3 people to order the products, and I'll make a $50 residual check with a one-time bonus of $100. Let's say 6 people order the product. I get a $100 residual with $200 worth of bonuses. Let's say 15 people order the products. I'll get a $250 residual check with a $500 bonus. But let's mix it up and let's give you a better scenario. With executive with 1,500 in volume, that's like 2 people ordering 750 PV worth of products or selling your customers. Or that's like 3 people at 500 PV. Or that's like 5 people with 300 PV. So I'm just giving you worst example. But one thing that I love about this is set pay. I can break it down to a T exactly what you have to do to make a dollar amount, where no other company can do that because it's based on average incomes. And that's a 1-page PDF file, not 30 pages. I love that. So the future's in your hands. And that's what I love about this business model is because you fall in 1 of 3 different categories, A, B, or C, and get back with Leighton and let him know what category you actually fall in. C says for, hey, Brandon, this sounds amazing, but this isn't really for me. That's okay. Thanks for taking time out of your day to check out this quick video. Hopefully I was respectful enough of your time to, to see this information. So I appreciate that. But maybe you could do Leighton a big favor, maybe try out some of the product. We do have an empty bottle policy, so you can try it out. And if you don't like it, you can send it back. He would really appreciate that if you support him in this journey. B stands for, but I have a bunch of questions. And we have a bunch of answers. We'll be able to answer all the questions for you. That's the great thing I love about this. Like, we have all the tools and information to answer any questions that you have. There's no such thing as a stupid question, so ask away. A stands for action. A's realize the biggest risk in life is not taking a risk at all. It's about playing it safe. That's the most unsafe thing you possibly do the way our economy is right now. We drive around with a spare tire. Why not have a plan B? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Multiple millionaires and billionaires have multiple streams of income coming in. But I want to share something with you real quick before I bring Leighton back on and close it up for us. I had a young man one day ask me a very important question because I was doing a presentation, and he says, you seem like you're a family man. You love your family. So I mentioned my family, my wife, my parents, and everything else when I was talking to him. He said, most people don't know this answer. And I didn't know the answer. He got me. And 99.9% of the time when I ask this question, they don't know the answer either. And this is when my mind shifted from making money to living with purpose. I wanted to not be known as that guy that just makes a lot of money. I wanted to be known as that guy that impacted other people's lives and helped them create a skill set that they can pass on to others. And that's what it's really about, is because he asked me a question that really hit so hard, that blew me away, where he simply said one thing very quickly. He said, Brandon, can you tell me who your great grandparents are? Not grandparents, but great grandparents on both sides of the family. First name, middle name, last name, what they did for a living, and where they lived. And I was like, holy moly, I only know one of them, and that was a first name and last name. And I didn't know where which her middle name was, or what they did, like work wise, or where they lived exactly. And I was like, oh my gosh, loved for one generation, remembered for two, and then forgotten. I'm just a tombstone in a gravesite, and nobody's going to know who I am. So it's not about the day you're born or the day you die. It's the dash in between that represents who you are, what footprint you leave here on this earth, and how you're going to be remembered. I want to be remembered as something way greater than what I am today. I wanted to be known as that guy that when you send me a message, that I was inspired because of your efforts. My blood pressure is down. I've lost weight. I have more energy to spend time with my family. Because of you, I'm out of credit card debt. Because of you, I was able to bring my spouse home. That's what it's truly all about. I just got done celebrating a person that literally hit Black Diamond less than 6 months of being with me, a position that pays $120,000 a month, and she didn't even have $39 to get started. She had to borrow it. That's inspiring stories right there. So I'm excited. Hopefully you locking arms with us. Welcome to the team. I'm going to pass it back to Leighton. Thank you so much for letting me share this amazing presentation, Leighton, with your guests. And I'm going to pass it back to you, sir.
I just want to thank you. I know everyone can sense the passion, the excitement, just the overall drive in your voice. And I know for one, it's because you do come from humble beginnings and you've made yourself just a very successful person. And as I said in the beginning, you've done that by creating success in others. You've poured and you continue to pour your own heart into other people. And when they start to blow up, it's almost an addicting feeling for you. And I can see that and I love that. And then lastly, that last story that you just said, Brandon asked me that question too. That hit me hard. And I'm sure that if you were listening, that hit you hard too, because that just leaves, it's not about how much money you make. It's not about material things. It's about who you become and what legacy you leave. I will never forget that. And if you take nothing else away from that, I want to thank you for that. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you decide, like you said, you want to be and you wanted to partner up, you're not just partnering up with me, you're partnering up with Brandon, you're partnering up with the whole team. The whole team is here to do one thing, and that's to see you succeed. So I'm just so grateful that I found Brandon here. I get to lock arms with him and then hopefully lock arms with all of you guys.
Absolutely. Well, Leighton, thanks for having me. Guys, welcome to the team.
Absolutely.
We're talking to you soon, guys. Take care.
You got it.